2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at San Antonio, they took the win in their last game against the Lakers. Guys, kind of a battle there. They pulled out a 4-point win, though.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Pressed out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Spurs.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Here's Bosch. Can't hit. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I caught up with Eric Spoelstra. We talked about David West and what makes him such a tough player to defend. Coach said, West is special because he's so skilled for a player of his size and strength. He can score inside and also spread the floor with his shooting. He can have a quiet night and still drop 20 and 10. So we've got to stay conscious of him at all times. Guys, we'll see how they do against him.
And thank you, Doris. As you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Free throw dropped for Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And he makes both free throws.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as...
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Then kicks to Stoudemire. He feeds it to Bosch. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Parker outside. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Leonard on the wing. 6 to shoot. Back to Parker. Takes the 3. Bosch grabs the miss. Not a fast start here for the Heat. Trailing by 5. In this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Bosch with another miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Green passes to Parker. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And he gets it to go. Aldridge has got his first bucket of the night.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Wade against Green, and it's Wade penetrating, and that one is hammered home.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Leonard. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, that's huge.
Some great play by Kawhi Leonard tonight. He's already got 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Parker dishes to West. Left side, Leonard. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Here's Red, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Lou all day. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Both shots good from the stripe.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
Parker against Dragic. 5 on the clock. Outside Bosch. Here's Stoudemire. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Has to screen on Dragic. And Parker, here we go. San Antonio again missing.
Hey guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
Here's Parker. Goes up the baseline. That's good from West on the assist by Parker.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Bosch, the screen. Wade against Green. Wade kicks to Bosch. Fires top of the key. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
D-Wade with an excellent pass there.
Spurs leading by 3. And Leonard has it in the corner. Aldridge is screened. Leonard attacking. Over in the corner, Green. Parker outside. Picked by West. Parker's shot is off.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Bosch passes to Wade. West with the block. Dragic against Parker. Green kicks to Aldridge. Bangs home the trifecta. Aldridge has got 7 points in the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
we can, let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the last month. Number 1, the Spurs.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Winslow's checked in for Stoudemire. The Heat trail by 6. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart, he's tough, he's all about team, and, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate.
And it's sent back by Bosch.
What, well, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses. He's missed everything this quarter. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Leonard on the wing, wide open. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. For Miami, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter.
Here we go, Wade.
Wade dishes to Dragic. Bosch, a screen on Parker. Dragic the pass to Bosch. Here's Dang. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Outside, Green. Parker with a clean look. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Oh, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Dragic against Parker. And he gets it to go. Dragic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And Parker, here we go. And, of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
Yeah, you know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before
gentlemen,
the 2001 draft.
Two
One of
shots.
the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker. And the Heat with some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Dang. Green comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Udrich in for Goran Dragic. And Parker drops them both. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Udrich. Bosch, the screen. And Udrich kicks to Bosch. Nice work there coming off the screen. Bosch has got his second bucket of the night.
And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Now Udrich. Right wing. Now here's Winslow. Just 5 to shoot. Bosch can't hit.
And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in 07.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
There's the pick. Anderson outside to the wing on the left. Diao dishes to Anderson. Releases. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Bosch, the screen. Here's Udrich, covered by Parker. Udrich, the pass to Bosch. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And Diao kicks to Anderson. Stolen by Bosch. Oh, here we go with Green. Nobody down. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Parker dishes to Simmons. Anderson right side. Diao the pass to Simmons. San Antonio again missing. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to the Clippers.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. And you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line.
Some numbers for Parker. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle, does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
Mills, he's checked in for Parker. And the Spurs with possession. They trail by 1.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, they could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LBs.
Getting back to Diaw, he has a sneaky quick first step. You think he won't or can't blow by you, then suddenly, and you know this, Greg, you're stuck to his hip as he's taking it to the rack for a and one.
You know, he's a bit like Foreman, and I'm not talking about his body type.
Or the drill.
Yeah, you know, Diaw plays with you a little bit, puts that body on you, lulls you to sleep, then wham, shows you up in the worst way.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Here's Marjanovic from 12 feet out. Nice D from Bosch. Here's Udrich. With one on the clock. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Spurs lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And before the game, we heard from Chris Bosh. While they're taking it one game at a time, he definitely sees the big picture.
As a veteran, you know what's at arm's length for you. You know the possibility of your season. You know if you can make the playoffs or you're not going to make it, or what seed is within reach. And, you know, we have to start making a push to be in a good position during that time.
Chris Bosh has become one of the wise old men of the NBA with his long and very successful career. Clark, there's a lot to be said for knowing what's coming and knowing how to handle it.
Well, he is indeed one of the elder statesmen of the league with his 2 rings and dozen-plus years, but he's also a very smart player to begin with. High IQ. Combine those 2 things and you sometimes get 21 and 7, like Bosh is still delivering for Miami.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains at Jordan, they have not let up from beyond the arc.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there at West, and it's Mills in at the point.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Greg, you brought up the topic of Wade. He's had a chance to make several tough mental adjustments throughout his career.
Well, he's always been a guy willing to alter his game for the good of the team. That's why he's got those championship rings, Kevin. You've got to be flexible, not just talented.
Oh, when Shaq comes in and joins him, then they change away when LeBron came in to play.
Great credit to him. Great credit to him.
Very adamant. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. San Antonio leading. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. West kicks to Green. Up top, Leonard. Back to Green. 4 on the clock. Here's West. Here's Aldridge. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
On the wing, Dwayne Wade. By Green. Green with the block. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. San Antonio leading by 4. Shot from the top of the key. Miami grabs the miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Pass to Stoudemire. Again, the miss by the Heat. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here from deep. Green, good on the shot. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Aldridge with a screen on Dragic. Mills dishes to Aldridge. And here's Wade. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers. And he gets it to go.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, he is a terrific finisher.
West is screen on Dragic. Mills can't hit.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Parker's jumped in for Patty Mills. Takes the 13-footer. No good from Wade.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Dragic against Parker. Lays it up and banks it in. Parker's got 7.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Dragic kicks to Wade. And the wide open shot from Green. Miami no good on that time either.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Leonard. Miami grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Green against Green. And it's Green shooting it down.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of play. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on. Clark, he had to go for it, didn't he?
Hey. He's an athlete. And I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
It's Dragic with the drive. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Dang.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. It's stolen by Dang. Wade against Green. Wade passes to Dang. West with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Now Green defending. Leonard kicks to Green. Stoudemire against West. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge can't get it to go. And Miami shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively. Here's Dang, and good, and he takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Dang's got the lead up to 1 now for the Heat.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Dragic dishes to Dang. Wade drives in, and he takes that one up and powers it through. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
The dish to Aldridge. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Dang. And here's Miami. They're on a 12-4 run. It's Dragic with the drive. Here's Stoudemire. And that one goes long. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Green passes to Parker. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Aldridge with it. Now Stoudemire defender. And that one's good by Aldridge.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
bring up the 2K leaderboard. Show you the teams that have shot the lights out during the last month. The Spurs second.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Wash comes in for Luol Deng. Winslow's checked in for Green. And it's Udrih in for Goran Dragic. And Udrih kicks to Winslow. Bosh dishes to Whiteside. Bosh, the screen. Whiteside, the pass to Wade. Feeds it to Bosh. Fades. And another shot. He lays it in. Bosh has got 8 points. Clarkie talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
The Heat have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. And Udrih kicks to Wade. Inside. And Bosh gets it to go on the assist by Wade. That's 10 points for Chris Bosh.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
Here's Wade. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. 10 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
And that one falls for Wade. Dwayne Wade continues, Clark, to change his game as he gets older. I admire the way guys can do that. Their head says one thing, but their body kind of tells them another.
And you have to give in to your body as you age, that's for sure. Used to attack the rim all the time. Now, it's mid-range jumper heavy.
Both free throws good from Wade.
And for Wade and his change in style, I really felt it was a necessity. Guys his age can't continue to hit the floor as often as he's used to and expect to make it all the way through the season. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Whiteside against Diaw. Whiteside dishes to Wade. To the wing right side. Bosh going around him. A basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got his 6th assist on the night.
And, you know, in general, back to Wade, all the greats evolve and add to their games as their careers move forward. The best way to stay relevant in the NBA is by adding to your game and honing your skill.
To the paint. It's tipped. Stolen by Bosh. Now Udrih. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Wade tries in. Got a hand on it. Here's Simmons. He's guarded by Udrih. Here's Simmons. And he was fouled on the way out. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, a chance to check out Udrih here. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 5 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And it's been a bit of a struggle for him. I mean, he can get down on himself at times. He's just got to keep working, and I think things will turn around.
Yeah, this is where his character gets tested, Greg. I mean, his will to fight through adversity is a question mark, but I think he's got a good chance.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. And so he hits both. The Heat leading by 4. And it's Wade penetrating. It's Wade again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Diaw, the screen. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Udrih. 6 on the shot clock. Mills passes to Diaw. That's a floater go. Wade left side. Winslow. That's good. Winslow's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Miami?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, a lot of steals in the first half. Really getting after it defensively.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out. Unfortunately, me, I don't have it.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at Cleveland. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Heat, 8.5 games behind them.
And right now for Miami, they weren't really being talked about as contenders coming into the season, but they have entered that conversation.
Just shows you how futile it is to try to predict what's going to happen before a season. I mean, it's been a great year for them, and they've still got plenty of room to improve for the postseason.
Here's Udrih. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Whiteside. Mills with the rebound. Spurs trail by 4. .16 left in the first half of the game. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Now just a 2-point Miami lead. Now Udrih passes it to Wade. The feed now to Whiteside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Winslow uses both hands to slam it down.
They got to bring the double team on him.
I would have already sort of expected to see that. And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago, got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
With Winslow, it's all about improvement and being great on the big stage. I think he can do that, Greg. You talked about, you know, what he did in the national championship run. Clark, he was a fantastic foundation to begin with.
Yeah, you know what? He's not got many holes in his game. Solid at the defensive end, can score a lot of ways, puts his hands on winning at both ends of the floor. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Takes it to Whiteside. Nice move. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
First trip to the line for him here. No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Spurs trail by 6.
Yeah, the shot clock's off. This could be the last possession of the quarter.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. That's exactly what they should have in mind here.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. 1 second left. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Heat out front. They lead by 6. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously, Coach, some great work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. How does the team's defense play into your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the two-point line as best as we can.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. The second quarter was when things really came together for them, and the result is they were able to build a solid 6-point lead at the half. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and inserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They're giving up way too many good looks. You want to keep your opponent under 50% shooting. They have not done that. What's the solution? Maybe more ball pressure, more physicality down low. Whatever it is, Ernie, they need to figure it out.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Spurs trail by 6. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Tang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. And it's Stoudemire in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Dragic kicks to Wade. The pass to Stoudemire. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Why don't we we take this chance now to show you the most active wing defenders in the league. These are this season's steals leaders at small forward. The 4th spot held by Kawhi Leonard.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
It would be nice to find a steals chart to see where they're getting all their pilfers from. And these are small forwards, though, who play 94 feet of defense.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
So he gets them both. Well, you got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
Outside Dang. Bosh, the screen. Dishes it to Wade. Bosh hits the pick for Wade. 5 to shoot. Green with the block. Parker against Dang. Parker outside. From 13. Parker with another miss.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively. It's costly.
Dang gets a wide open look, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dang's got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat. San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. West to screen on Dragic. There's the pick. Parker dishes to West. Carried from 15 feet out.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Spurs trail by 7. Outside, Green. Aldridge, the pass to Parker. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. And Green with the basket on the assist by Parker. Green's got 5.
Nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Stoudemire, here we go. It's rebounded by West. West has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Parker kicks to Leonard. West against Bosh. Parker outside. Bosh grabs the miss. Bosh has got his 4th rebound in this one. Dang dishes to Stoudemire. Passed away. Hits to the ring for 2 with the D all over him. 14 points for him.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. Boy, that was a nice job.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside. Take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently. first in opponent field goal percentage, first in opponent points per game, and they're the #2 field goal percentage team in the league. This is a team that has really grown in that area, taking good shots and knocking them down.
And go back to their top-notch defense. They just smother you and impose their will on you. A lot of nights it seems like teams don't even know what hit them.
And the Heat making a change here. Green's checked in. Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Dragic kicks to Stoudemire. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Stoudemire setting the pick for Dragic. On the wing, Green. And the Heat, another three. And for Goran Dragic, so incredibly efficient on the offensive end over the last couple of years, whether with Phoenix or Miami, he's really upped his game.
You know, Kevin, it took him a few years to kind of get comfortable in the NBA, much like the great Steve Nash had his struggles early in his career. Now the game is kind of slowed down for him. He's not forcing as much, and it has certainly paid off.
Stoudemire the pass to Green. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 8. Green dishes to Parker. He kicks it to Leonard. Fades. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosh has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Dragic off the drive. And Bosh gets it to go on the assist by Dragic. Dragic has got assist number 8 here in this one already. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Green with the ball. Now Green defending. And it's Aldridge missing. The Heat leading by 10. And they're running. Shoots from 12. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 11.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Aldridge. Aldridge can't get that one to fall. Miami's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. Bosh heads the pick for Dragic to the inside. It's stolen by Green. To the right side. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 16 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Got loose. Outside Dragic. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the 3, or just taking it to the rack himself.
Winslow's checked in for Stoudemire. And the second free throw, good.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms, to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
And talking about Goran Dragic, the one thing he has to be careful with is being over-aggressive on deep. Reaching for steals makes you susceptible to blow-bys and escape dribbles, and that can lead to uncontested layups and dunks for your opponent.
Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Miami leading by 8. Dragic with it. He has 5. Outside Bosch. He dishes it to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Shot off the pick. It's Bosch. That time on the assist by Green. 20 points for Chris Bosch.
How times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Pick by West. Dragic against Parker. He feeds it to Aldridge. Stolen by Bosch. Outside Dragic. They set the screen. Out to the wing from 20 feet out. And there's another one for the Heat. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Bosch, a screen on Leonard. Dragic the pass to Bosch. Goes back up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A moment here to check out Chris Bosch. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. Averaging about 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Green.
And what a game for Green. 12 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Rudrick comes in for Goran Dragic. Both free throws good from Green. And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Here's Bosch. And again, it's the Heat missing. Spurs trail by 12. Now here's Mills. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. That's good. 17 points for Leonard.
For Gerald Green, it's hard to not think about the star that could have been. The 18th pick in the 2005 draft, right out of high school. It was basically athleticism and upside in his game then. Finally made it in the NBA now, but has improved with skills and guile in place of explosiveness.
It's Bosch with the drive. Now here's Winslow. He's covered closely, and that one's good by Bosch.
talking about Gerald Green, it seems like he's been in the league forever. But he was only 29 years old last season. By and large, he's avoided major injury, so he's still got plenty of tread left on those tires if he wants to keep going at it for a little while longer.
Well, Heat leading by 10. Here's Hudrick. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Double team on Bosch. Down low. Here's Whiteside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
So he comes up empty at the line. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, it's great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Diao traps them both.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in block shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Pass to Green. 6 to shoot. Green, the screen. Udrich for 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. Here's Marjanovic, guarded by Green. The dish to Mills. Hits the three-point bomb. Mills has got 7 points in the game.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Whiteside, this is the buck. Back to Whiteside. Now here's Winslow, defended by Anderson.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
The drive by Green. Mills with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Anderson with the ball. And that one's good. Simmons.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
check out the league's leading rebounders. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Number 5 is Hassan Whiteside.
Anytime you can get someone to pull down that many rebounds on a consistent basis, your team has no choice but to do well.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for the Heat. The Spurs also with the sub. Aldridge is checked in. .106 left here in the third quarter.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And Whiteside sends it back to end the drought, and it's Winslow that time on the assist by Wade. Wade's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Now here's Mills. Defense is right there, and Diaw kicks to Simmons. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. The Heat leading by 4. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now Udrih. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Wade drops in the layup for 2.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Udrih. Aldridge down low. Boz with some nice deep. And we've reached the end of the third. Heat lead by 6. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And here's Dragic. On the court for San Antonio. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. West is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in at the point guard. And the shot is good.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Winslow's running, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. That's good from Winslow. Tony Parker's checked in for the Spurs. Winslow, the pass to Dragic. Dang with the screen for Dragic. In the corner, Winslow with it. count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
That's good from Winslow. Spurs trail by 14. Leonard with the screen on Dragic. It's Parker with the drive. They can't stop the run with that one.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Outside Dang. There's Winslow. Off target from three-point range. San Antonio's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. West setting the pick for Parker. From the wing, another miss by Parker. The Heat leading by 14. Dragic dishes to Wade. Dang, a screen on Aldridge. Wade kicks to Dang. Takes a three. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. And that's now 11 points for Luol Deng.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the strike. And the Heat making a change here. Green's checked in. Here's Parker. Pick by West. Outside Leonard. Shot to stop the run. Can't get it to go. Great tee that time from Green.
Well, it's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Pick by West. A three from Leonard. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. 20 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Feeds it to Stoudemire. Passes it to Wade. Wade double team. Stoudemire goes in, and he converts the layup. And the Heat lead by 20.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
The feed to Aldridge. Unloads from 13. And it's Deng with the rebound. Deng's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dragic against Parker. It's Dragic with the drive, and that one's good. Dragic has got 4 points this quarter.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Here's Parker, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. And continuing our talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
And Tony Parker drops them both.
Looking at the game Parker's been having, 15 points and 9 assists. Passing and free throws, those are 2 areas where you love to get production.
And I like the fact that he's been a positive player all day. Hasn't had a lot of errors in the game.
Wade can't hit. Spurs trail by 20. Outside, Green. West with the ball, and it's good. Caught through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
West, no good on the free throw.
Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks.
Parker's shot is off.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those 2 things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Now here's Dragic. It's Deng, top of the key. Clock at 4. The drive by Green. It's stolen by West. 3 on 3. Here's Leonard, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And guys, teams with the #1 overall pick tend to go very deep in the playoffs. Just the nature of how the NBA lottery and rebuilding structure works.
Yeah, and in the playoffs last season, every team in the conference semis but one had a #1 overall pick on their roster. So that one team was the Grizzlies.
That one is no good.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Here's Stoudemire. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And for Leonard to hear players say that a lot, but rarely before they reach the end of their rookie contract.
Yeah, I think Leonard just realizes what a special situation he found himself in. I mean, he is the complete package as a player and custom made for how the Spurs like to play and do things.
No good on that one.
Stoudemire playing very well. He's got 10 rebounds now and 3 great steals.
And if I had to pick what he's done best today, I'd probably lean towards the offensive performance.
Well, just to be a contrarian, I'm going to go to the other side because he's been just as impressive, I think, at the defensive end.
Spurs trail by 18. Green kicks to Leonard. Here's Parker. The shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. 22 with their biggest lead.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
West kicks to Parker. There's a screen. The pass to Aldridge. Goes up again, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That free throw good from Aldridge. Chris Bosh is checked in for Green. Both free throws good from Aldridge. Here's Dragic. Kicks to Wade. Bosh hits the pick for Stoudemire. Inside. Here's Wade. No good. Great D that time from Green. Spurs trail by 16. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Outside Leonard. Back to Aldridge. From 10 feet out. Made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor. The Heat leading by 14. Dragic kicks to Wade. Dishes to Bosh. Pass to Dragic. He feeds it to Stoudemire. Shot clock at 6. Back to Dragic. And again, it's the Heat missing. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now Dragic. He kicks to Dang. Fires top of the key. And the shot is good. And the Heat lead by 14.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
To the paint. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Look out the game for David West. He's got 8 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
And he makes the first. Boris Diaz checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And both free throws good for West. And here's Wade. He dishes it to Stoudemire. Outside Dragic. Bosh, a screen on Leonard. It's Dragic with the drive. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
5 to shoot. Stoudemire, the screen. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Rebounded by the Spurs. West has got 7 rebounds in the game. Green with the ball. Wade picks him up. Green kicks it to West. Dragic against Parker. From deep, Green. Bosch grabs the miss. Bosch has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Outside, Dragic. Left side, Bosch. From 7. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Bosch has got 24.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Parker passes to Diop. Stolen by Bosch. Dang against Parker. Dang dishes to Bosch. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. They kick it out to Green. Again, the miss by Green.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Pass to Bosch. Green against Dang. The dish now to Dragic. Passes to Stoudemire. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on David West.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
You got no game, Heat!
Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. His message was this: all of us know these guys are capable of exploding and putting up points in a hurry. So I don't want to see anybody letting up until that final whistle blows. Guys, back to you.
Feeds to Diao. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. They set the pick. Outside Leonard. Clock at 6. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout. They've really been strong on the glass.
Stoudemire, the screen. Wade drives in, and it's good. The Cal running down in the shot clock. And the Heat lead by 17.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Chris Bosh really making a difference here.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Bosh kicks to Stoudemire, and it's Wade penetrating. Stoudemire the pass to Bosh. To the left side wing. Dragic with a wide open look. The three-pointer no good. Spurs trail by 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Heat.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series, folks. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against the Spurs.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Bosh. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result. And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Bosh. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Udrih in for Goran Dragic. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. And with the HGH testing, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Udrih dishes to Winslow. Whiteside kicks to Richardson. Over to the left wing. There's Winslow. Goes with the rebound.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Or they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. Stoudemire, the pass to Whiteside. Stoudemire, the screen. Shot clock at 5. But put that, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mills with it. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Chris, tell us a little bit about the philosophy behind your game and how this team works so well together.
I mean, it's just energy and belief. It's the belief system. You know, we all work hard. I work extremely hard, and you know, when I can go out there and just play and don't think about it and play with energy, you know, good things happen.
Chris, congratulations. Kevin, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh came to play tonight, guys, and that's a frightening prospect for an opposing team, because when you got a big who can score from anywhere like Bosh can, it doesn't take much to get him on a serious roll. Makes it easy to see why he's an all-star over and over again, year in and year out.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.